welcome to the Wayfarer's Inn. This is my custom housing build in the Colossal Aldmeri Grotto. I would love to do more with this build. I just do not have the slots for it. I would love to build all over this amazing grotto because it is huge and it's beautiful and there's so many fun little hidey holes and spaces to put things. But I am limited. So I have built the Wayfarer Inn. Now the Wayfarer Inn was started by a pirate turned scholar and designed to be a place to study and pursue scholarly pursuits. I could really talk here. However, as the pirate and later successors or owners of the building would come to find, there's not a terrible lot of money in scholars. Just generally not making a terrible lot of money when they're studying. So, somebody along the way got the bright idea to open an inn and an eatery here as well, so that ships traveling past the tip of Somerset here can stop by and have a meal. They can stay in the sheltered safety of this beautiful cavern the night on their ships, or they can rent a room. And there are many different rooms here of varying degrees of comfort. So whether one is rich or poor, a wealthy merchant or a fellow pirate, there's a place for them here. And of course, there, as the original purpose intended, there are scholars. They're not so rich or poor. So the first level is our lovely kitchen and dining area. This is the most heavily used and traveled. It's the kitchen. Travelers can buy drinks, snacks, and actual meals here. Lots of fruit and veggies here offered and on display, as those aboard ship for too long are in need of their vitamin C. And there's various tables to sit at, designed to keep groups a little bit separated so as to avoid any unwelcome fights. This is the grand table for large parties. And these cozy tables have a nice little romantic setting, generally used by those staying in the most luxurious rooms, but often in use with others if those staying here are not in need of them. Surprisingly less food cooked here than one would think. It doesn't take much to feed those staying here, and those visiting often just stay for a meal. The next level has the premium rooms. These are the most expensive rooms and generally are in use with long-term rich scholars staying here. The poor scholars stay in some of the cheaper rooms. They are currently occupied. The nicest of these three is this room. Wealthy merchant class only. Speaking of, there's one of the Valois family. And these three rooms share a bathroom, sink and vanity, toilet facilities, heated tub, and the shower. Because while one is showering, one should also bathe in the light. Isn't that how that works? No, I think so. I think stained glass windows in your shower should become all the rage. Okay. So now we shall head up to the next level, which is our study and library. It's also a comfy hangout area. Birodar no longer pays to stay here. He just squats.
Explain the point of his studies, but fears you would find it all terribly boring. And quite beyond your current level of comprehension. This one often finds it beyond his comprehension as well, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. Library area, and this side is our cozy little nook. Admittedly, a much more comfy place to study than at any of the desks. So the next level, we have our family facility for when families come to stay. Also sometimes rented out by those that simply wish for a little more distance between them and their nearest neighbor. And this room has extra accommodations. The kids, its own fireplace, and its own bath and sink. This room is more expensive than even the nicest room down below, but since it is intended for multiple occupants, that price is considered fair. Now we shall journey on to some of our more unusual accommodations. Our previous pirate stole these from, well, he wouldn't say where, and brought them here for study. So one of our cheapest accommodations is hidden down here, in the bottom of the ship that I'd prefer not to picture how exactly it ended up way up here on the rocks. Best for those wanting only to stay one night. Some say the sound of the rushing water helps them sleep, and others say it really just makes them need to pee all night long. The main level has much nicer accommodations. Their own bath, nice bed. But one really does need to enjoy the sound of rushing water. The original owner built the bridge up above, but this bridge was commissioned some years later. I'm afraid they didn't fully pay the man. Very rank of them to do. This will be a little hard at a walk. You all have seen me struggle in the past to get up steps and stairs that I normally hop up no problem. I'm walking instead. Now this accommodation, again enjoying the sound of rushing water. Surprisingly cozy, despite what one might think. There's also what is the second most inexpensive accommodation up here. Mostly because nobody wants to get wet. The bed is much nicer than the previous. Still, the accommodations just for some reason don't seem to appeal. We're going to take a quick run. Should really build accommodations through here, shouldn't they? Much quieter. All right. So these are mid-ranged accommodations. This one has nice privacy, being the only ones to share this or to be on this level. Going for a slightly more rustic charm. And to be clear, the Wayfarer's Inn does not discriminate.
Come, let us wreak havoc on the weak and the unworthy. My talents grow stale in this place.
Even against Daedra. All are welcome to stay as long as they are peaceful. Another of our private rooms. This one by far boasts the best study area. Look at that view. Bastion?
What's new?
Well, not a terrible lot, Bastion. Well, other than this house. And we shall now take the incredibly improbable way to see the last room, which, despite its difficulty in reaching, is actually quite popular. There's no accounting for some people. It is encouraged, and one must sign a waiver, if one is renting this room, that one not drink before heading to bed. No idea why. Just because this is slightly sketchy. So, what do you think of the Wayfarer Inn? It certainly needs more rooms available. I would love to continue to build them, only slightly out of slots. 700 of 700 here. But I think my new structure fits the place. Thank you so much again for joining me. Please come visit in game if you'd like. And off to show you my next house in the next video. Haha!